The girl put her foot in the middle of the shelf, then she squeezed her calf, then she picks up a piece of cardboard from the floor, and slowly inserted it into the gap. Soon her foot was stuck in the cardboard, and then, the girl forced herself to endure the pain, pressing her right leg with both hands. With a clicking sound, the right ankle was finally forcibly repositioned. This almost killed her. Even her breathing was shaky, because the girl has been trapped for 4 hours. She had to find a way to save herself. The girl searched her school bag for everything she had, although there is no cell phone, but there was a pair of underwear. I thought she was going to put her underwear on, but she didn't hesitate to tear it up, and then she got the tape next to it. She tore them into pieces. First she wrapped the strips around her hands, and then she taped them together, and then she wrapped her feet. But it almost killed her. But as a doctor, the girl knew, if she didn't get her foot fixed soon, she might not be able to stand up again. But now she's trapped in a minus 18 degrees Celsius freezer. She'll freeze to death in half an hour. The most important thing is to survive. Even putting on a shoe made her teeth chatter. The girl could only fight back the excruciating pain. It took her 5 minutes to get up, but just when she regained her mobility, she was greeted with even greater despair. The food in the freezer was frozen solid. Even the French fries couldn't even bite into them. But she knew if she didn't eat something to get some calories, she would soon freeze to death. So she opened another box. She opened another box. Inside was a store of raw meat. It was a good idea to use it to feed her, but I didn't realize that the meat was also frozen hard. There was nothing else to do. The girl had no choice but to curl up in a corner, waiting for death to come. But just then, a sound in the corner caught her attention. The girl realized with a jolt. A little mouse was standing on a red parcel, as if it was signaling something to the girl. The girl couldn't care less, rushed to get the red box, but to her surprise, it was a box of chocolates. The girl was so happy, rushed to her mouth, and bit into it, although it was a bit hard, but she could overcome it. At this moment, the girl seemed to see the hope of life, and what made her realize even more is that, the windmill toy in the box seemed to think of something. Then, she slowly raised her head, the refrigeration machine above her head. The girl got a steel pipe, and then she gritted her teeth. She tried to stop the fan. Luckily, after repeated attempts, the screws were actually loosening. The girl used all her strength. She finally pried the screws off. Then came the second one, the third. There's still the cooling fan left. As long as the fan is stuck in the night, I'm sure we'll survive. The girl gripped the pipe. She gave it her best shot. Unexpectedly, the steel pipe was instantly bounced off. The pain that followed was excruciating. She almost lost her arm. On the other hand, the girl's family is also frantically looking for her. After work, she was handling the goods in the cold storage room, and the manager, who was on the phone, thought someone had forgotten to close the freezer door. The manager did not check. He just closed the door, and then turned off the light switch, and left on the phone. But by the time the girl realized it, it was too late. And now, the girl is left to fend for herself with a mouse. The temperature in the freezer is getting lower and lower. She's wearing only a short sleeve. She didn't know how much longer she could hold out. At that moment, she felt something in her backpack. In order to prevent her boyfriend from smoking, she grabbed his lighter to prevent him from smoking. The girl's eyes were moist at the corner of her eyes, because this flame is her only hope of survival. Her only hope of survival. She lit her college letter to keep her warm. For the future, life is more important. The girl felt the warmth that she hadn't felt in a long time. The girl realized that the air was getting thinner and thinner. The smoke is choking her. If she continues like this, she'll choke to death. The girl extinguished her only hope with her own hands. At that moment, a piece of debris in the fire attracted her attention. Looking at the igloo made of ice, the girl had an idea. So she braced herself for the fire, stacked the boxes on the shelves one by one. Soon, a simple hut was made. The girl dragged her stiff body into the igloo. Then she blocked the entrance. Though it's simple, she could keep her body warm. She hid in the small space. She lit a lighter. She used this little bit of heat to support herself. She hoped that she could hold on until the rescue team arrived. A decision that would cost her more than she bargained for.